Wake up with insurance news at 6:30 a.m. only on Insurance Alerts. We are India's largest and Asia's second largest, most dedicated insurance news platform. We have a reach to over 1.5 lakh of people, which includes 1.2 lakh of insurance agents from 200 towns. Insurance Alert now spreads to over 20 countries. So you can now download our mobile app from the Play Store, or you can visit our website at www.insurancealerts.com.
Welcome to Insurance Alert Broadcast. I am Vivek Jain here. Today we have with us a guest from Germany, Miss Lina Jasutiene. She is expert in marine insurance and has more than 18 years of experience, and her company Recoupex deals in recovery of marine claims. So let's talk to her and find out what is marine insurance and how Indian exporters can benefit from the insurance cover. So let's talk to her. Mostly this must be bought by the exporters.
It depends. It depends on the Incoterms, and it depends on a sales agreement between sellers and the buyers. But most of the time, it is bought by exporters, indeed.
Okay, and what do exactly it covers? Like
Right.
what benefit actually it offers?
Marine insurance policy can be extended or can be very standard. So standard marine insurance policies covers standard perils of the voyage. So it covers theft, it covers water ingress, it covers physical damage to the cargo in transit, it covers general average as well. But standard policies also have a lot of exclusions. While if some exporters transport either pharmaceuticals, either chocolate or high value of cargo, they tend to buy additional coverages.
Okay, what problems do generally Indian exporters face, especially when it comes to marine insurance?
Indeed, we as Recoupex, we work a lot to support Indian exporters. And the problems they face is that majority of the cargo, and when I say majority, it's more than 90% of cargo going out of India is not insured at all. So the problem for exporter is that every time they face loss or damage to their cargo, they have to find out solution themselves because they don't have any insurance company to back their loss up. Right. Another problem, which is in particular for those few who buy insurance, is that insurance premium are quite high in the market today. And if exporter ships cargo on a regular basis, insurance premiums counts a substantive amount of expenses which they should bear. And when cargo is damaged, if exporter every time claims for damages from the insurance company, it means that at the end of the year, loss ratio and insurance premium will increase. And it means this exporter will have to pay next year more for the cargo insurance. So these exporters face a problem, chicken or an egg problem. Shall they buy insurance or shall they refrain from buying this insurance because it's just too expensive? Okay. And another problem which Indian exporters face with insurance is that it was customary for so many years not to buy insurance.
Oh.
Like, you know, a peace of mind, there was never on top of majority of Indian exporters list. But the problem started to arise when overseas buyers and partners received damaged cargo or losses. There was a huge friction in the business relationship. And that's when we see, in particular during last years, Indian exporters started to opening up to the insurance which is available in the market.
Okay, so in India, the exporters can buy the insurance from the Indian insurance company, or they have to buy from international company only.
If cargo is being transported from India under a CIF basis, which is majority of the case, then only Indian exporter have to buy insurance from the company registered in India.
Based in India. So why the premium is high? You're saying premium is very high. So what is the reason behind it?
Because insurance company don't pursue losses in the majority of the cases. So what happens is when cargo is damaged, insurance company pays these damages to the exporters or importers, right? But as it is uneconomical to pursue for insurance company in particular, small, medium size claims, insurance company drop these claims as delinquent, right? And on return, increase premiums. That's why.
Yeah, continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is the primary reason why insurance premium has been increasing for so many years in a row.
Okay, but reinsurance is available for marine insurance?
Yes, it is available, but it's not available for individual exporters. So it is nothing to do with a risk management or with the intention to lower insurance premium. If you asked me how to reduce insurance premium,
that was my next question to you.
So there are a few ways how Indian exporters can reduce insurance premium or to make sure they don't increase next year. So first of all is if you really have a cargo which you need to insure, is to consider taking higher deductibles under your insurance premium. So if, for example, today your insurance deductible is 500, maybe it is worth for you economically to take deductible of 2,000 or 5,000. And when the damage happens, to absorb this loss or try to recover from the liable party yourself, but you will make substantial savings on your insurance premium. The next point is how to reduce insurance premium is every time you have a loss, encourage insurance company to pursue subrogations. To pursue insurance subrogations from the liable parties. So when insurance company pays you, you as exporter or importer have vested interest to make sure that insurance company have all documents, all evidence to pursue this claim against liable party successfully. Because when they recover money from the liable party, then your as exporter's loss ratio becomes zero again.
Correct.
And the third point is make sure that you as exporter, you also do due diligence. So if you buy cargo insurance and you load the cargo hot stuff, for example, you as exporter don't fulfill obligation to pre-cool cargo before stuffing in the container. So these small malicious actions also prejudice for you even to be paid by insurance company. And there is a huge loss at the end of the day.
Do you think it is also required, or it is the insurance company should also try to promote the marine insurance and, tell the exporters the advantages and how they can take care of their risk?
Insurance companies have been doing a great job by selling marine insurance. They are very active to speak about, in particular, about dramatic events which happens in industry, such as I mentioned, collapse of container stacks or general average cases where importers really have to bear huge losses. So insurance part do their due diligence on marketing and on sales very well. The problem is with insurance companies that they do not have yet today underwriting which is really customer driven. So for example, if you are a very good exporter and you load cargo properly and you staff cargo properly, you package properly, and your cargo is never damaged in transit, you still pay very similar insurance premiums such as somebody else who is quite delinquent, and they don't pay so much about the loss prevention. So here there is injustice which exporters see in the market and refrain from buying insurance when it is unnecessary or when it is absolutely unnecessary.
Okay, okay, fine. And what do you see the future for marine insurance in India and maybe globally?
The future of marine insurance, of course, is linked with other insurance lines. And to start with is in particular digitalization. Because now for any exporter in India and globally to obtain insurance coverage just takes too long. The discussions is too long, and it is a huge waste of time, because at the end of the day, it's quite difficult for exporter to assess their loss ratio for the year to come, right? There is, as I mentioned, lack of customer-driven underwriting. So if you are a customer in the market for so many years and your loss ratio is close, it should be faster for you and cheaper to buy marine insurance, right? It's just too complicated now, and that is exactly the area where technology will play a huge role by automating the process, by automating underwriting as well. We see this happening already in house insurance, in apparel insurance. This should be the case as well for marine insurance for standard cargo. So the future of Indian insurance, I see, if Indian insurance companies will not start customer-centric underwriting, it is very hard to sell marine insurance for Indian customers, just because there is a habit of not buy insurance. There is also a habit and understanding that insurance is just too expensive. And then there is a lack of loss prevention from marine insurance side to educate customers, to explain them how cargo has to be staffed, how you need to take care of your cargo, to explain them in a simple words about the clauses when we will not pay your claim and how to avoid these situations. So I believe until education is done, it is very hard to speak about increase of sales of policies of marine insurance in India. On the rest of the world, we see marine insurers being very active, not only in selling insurance, but also in loss prevention, but also being very active in subrogations. So when marine insurance put a lot of effort to recoup insurance loss from the liable parties, then any exporter or importer feels that they have insurance company have their back, right? They don't feel cheated. There is no this feeling of injustice, which we usually face with insurance industry. And then it's much easier to sell this insurance policy to exporters or importers globally.
Do you think with the new technology coming like AI and things like that, it will be easier to underwrite marine insurance in times to come?
Yes, it will definitely play a huge role in underwriting standard cargo, right? Such as fruits or cold chain, regular commodities which are being shipped thousands of containers on a regular basis. Technology will not accelerate underwriting of high value cargo or very low value cargo, which will not be insured anyway. But for a huge part of the cargo, which is in the middle, definitely technology will accelerate the process and will assess risks better, ports better. The technology will enable also insurance company to find out immediately who is client more at risk, right? Who is delinquent client, and then to offer premiums based on these criteria.
What is your role and your company role in this entire process?
Thank you so much for asking. Recoupex is a legal technology company, and we help marine insurance companies to obtain compensation from reliable carriers when cargo is damaged in transit. So we work with those insurance companies who really care about exporters and importers and their loss ratio. Because when we as a Recoupex company, we recover losses for them, their clients are very happy. And then, their clients' premiums don't increase. That's how these insurance companies contain the risk and exposure as well. Recoupex has global network of lawyers in every continent who pursues cargo claims against liable parties. And last year, our success rate was 85% of all claims submitted to us were successfully recovered.
Fantastic. So who approaches you, the insurance company or the exporter?
Both.
Both.
First of all, it approach us exporters because they want to recoup their losses for uninsured cargo, but also for insured cargo.
Okay.
Because as I mentioned to you at the beginning, there is always insurance deductible, right? So which exporters who ship volumes of the containers, they want to recover. So once exporters start to see results that they are able to recover amounts below insurance deductible, then exporter has vested interest to ask their insurer to pass all the claims to Recoupex so they can recover this successfully as well.
Okay, so even if a exporter goods is not insured, still if there is a loss, they can approach you for the recovery.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. That is exactly what's happening.
That's fantastic.
Well, it is a huge area and a huge pain point in global cargo transportation. I have been working with a shipping line, and one of the hardest parts of my work was to notice how many exporters and importers don't have knowledge of how to protect themselves and to win their cargo claim and to challenge legally shipping line to pay their claim, regardless of the company size, regardless of the geographical location, is a prevalent problem everywhere. So that now, when I founded Recoupex, we have vested interest to help these exporters and importers to recoup their losses. In particular now, during and after COVID, when volumes are still very small in comparison to what shipping was before COVID.
And you have presence in India also?
Yes, we have office in India, in Delhi, in Mumbai.
Okay.
To serve our clients, mainly exporters.
Fantastic. And which insurance companies you are dealing with mostly in India?
Well, this is very discreet question, and we never disclose our client base.
Fine, absolutely no problem.
But but we work with the biggest insurance companies.
That's great. And the last question to you, for your services, who pays you, the insurance company or the exporter?
Our business model is that only transport attorneys work on the case to obtain compensation. We never charge our clients any upfront fees. Only if we are successful, we keep 20% from the amount recovered.
Fantastic. That's like a win-win situation for all.
Yes, absolutely. So instead of losing everything, customers prefer to come to us to have solution. They don't have any upfront cost because we already suffered losses. And only if we are successful, we keep 20% service fee.
Great. And generally, how much time it takes for a case to be solved?
Usually it takes 8 to 12 weeks.
8 to 12 weeks.
And majority of the cases we solve out of the court.
Yeah.
So we don't need to litigation. That's why this is our estimate of the time frame to obtain compensation.
Fantastic. It was really informative, and all our viewers, I think they'll come to know something very different and something new, which I think they don't know. Though we have most of our people from the insurance company, but I think uh, any exporter also, maybe I'll see if I can promote this video to some exporters, uh, because it will be very informative for them.
Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure to contribute to your audience with my knowledge. And to wrap up this conversation, I just want to say that to claim for cargo damage for Indian exporters or even marine insurers, it has never been a habit. It was a habit to absorb losses.
Yeah.
While when we enter the market with our services, Indian exporters started to open up that yes, justice actually exists. And actually, if I have losses, I can claim losses back.
Yeah.
And we have a great ripple effect when one exporter after another exporter, they talk among themselves and share good experience they had by obtaining compensation from the overseas buyers, from the overseas shipping lines successfully. And this is the best reward which I can receive, working for Recoupex.
Fantastic, ma'am. It was really a pleasure talking to you. And we'll be in touch with you in times to come, and maybe explore more things related to marine insurance.
Thank you so much. It was really pleasure from my side.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much, and namaste.
Want to see the best videos of insurance industry and interviews with the CEOs, CMOs, COOs, CDOs of insurance companies, brokers, TPAs, there's only one way you can look it up to. That is Insurance Alerts broadcast channel on YouTube. So you better subscribe to our channel, you visit and get notified with all of our new videos on insurance.